Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me, as usual, is my co-host, Joel Meyer. How are we doing today, Joel?
Doing all right as Matthew Fitzpatrick misses yet another putt. But no, actually, I'm not doing all right. I've been down bad the last few days. It's been a struggle, really, starting with not really starting with, but the main thing was fucking the Nuggets pulling out another win at home against the Thunder. I don't know how they get the energy for it, but fucking Julian Strawther, of all players, just going off at the end of the third quarter, just got the Nuggets out to another double-digit lead, and Thunder weren't really close. SGA got himself in foul trouble early on, so he wasn't much of a factor in the second half. Thunder Nuggets can be a hell of a sweat on Sunday night. Aaron Gordon apparently pulled a hamstring or something, so he might not play. So that's some encouraging news, but who knows? Julian Strawther will step in and score another 24 points. It's been a struggle in the NBA. Celtics, of course, went down as well. And hockey, not so good either, with the Panthers unable to get anything done against the Leafs in Game 6. And, of course, the Canes marching on to the Eastern Conference Finals with minimal damage done. So things are looking bleak. Oh, and to top it all off, not really any damage done to me, but it was a bit of an omen yesterday on my way to work. This fucking crow lands on my shoulder. I had no idea what the fuck it was. I turned my head, I got my hood on, and I dug its talons into my shoulder, and it was took off. So I read that as a bad omen for things to come and things happening, as it were. It's not good when nature is conspiring against you. Everything just goes to shit, I guess. But no, it's been bleak. Oh, and Rory, of course. Apparently, he had his driver disqualified or something, some kind of random thing, and it was a illegal driver, or I don't know what it was. So we had to get a new driver head installed, and of course, he only hit 4 fairways in the first round, and he went 3 over on round 1. So that pretty much ruled him out. And so it's been a rough 3 days.
Yeah, well, I mean, your choice of words there with the crow. It didn't dig its claws into you. It dug its talons into you, which could be a bad omen for the Sunday night Game 7 in Toronto. There, we'll see. But yeah, it has not been past few good days for hockey here. Yeah, the Hurricanes. The 1 year I'm not on the Canes. They look like a playoff juggernaut. They got their goaltending, they got their scoring with Svechnikov, Jarvis. We'll get into that later. And then the Panthers, not being able to get it done there in Game 6. Joseph Woll putting up a shutout, and Connor Hellebuck, another shutout at home. So we got that Game 6 tonight in 4 hours here. We'll be discussing that. We'll be discussing Game 7. We had the WNBA kicking off today. I'm surprised you didn't have any bets or any takes on that there. But so make sure you check out everything there in the SGPN app. And the DGens line of gear is live in the merch store. Celebrate, we're taking 20% off everything with the promo code DGens. Make sure you check out some of the Hockey Gambling Podcast stuff up there. Isn't there a horse race, Pimlico? Is that what it is today? You have anything on that?
Yeah, the Preakness? No, I just dump money away in the horse racing. So, no. Unless I'm drunk as hell and we're just goofing money off at 2 a.m, then no, I have no interest in anything other than the Derby, because I'll waste all my money on the Derby, and so it just fulfills the urge for the rest of the season. That's my discipline, not to bet any other horse racing, at least sober.
Yeah, so unless Just Ask Joel is racing, you're staying away. You're staying away.
Yeah, exactly. Unless Nux has some other long shot degenerate plays. One good thing, bit of luck. Today was match day in the Bundesliga, so every match was kicking off at the same time. Woke up early for that, and I bet the salami over. The last day typically has a ton of goals, so I had over 30.5 goals, and it took until an extra minute in injury time for the 31st goal to get in. So I dumped a lot of money in that. So that was the bright spot. Maybe things are turning around. We'll see how this game goes tonight with the Stars, and maybe this golf thing will turn around, because I did bet a few more things like Scheffler parlays, mostly Oilers stuff.
Did you have any Crystal Palace today in the FA Cup? Saw a big upset there against Man City.
I watched a lot of that, but no, I didn't. I was just watching as a fan. Love to see City lose. Yeah, that was great, epic match. Yeah, hell of a season by City, just like total disaster. But it'll only be capped off if they get their just deserved, if they for all the financial bullshit that they've been pulling off. Like they could see some significant penalties next season.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the puck buck bets here. I did update a few that should have already been updated. I did actually have those Corey Perry 2 and 3 goals, so I can't take the credit for taking the high road because it was an off price. I took advantage of it. So let me get that up on the screen here. What have I updated? I don't think much here. Your Vegas futures here, losses. My Eichel Conn Smythe loss here as well. Going down here.
Yeah, we recorded before that Vegas games. That was another.
Yes, yeah, that was awful there as well.
That was
Vegas,
the start of my rough few days.
Back-to-back shutouts for Stu Skinner. Stu Skinner, he just needs like a game or two off, and then to get back into it there. Scrolling down here, I realized, I hit Svechnikov most goals in the series, 11-1 there. You hit him round 1, I hit him round 2. I did not hit Martinook, did not hit 6 games, didn't hit Cats in 6 or Cats -1.5 games. You had Vegas round 2, you had McMichael most goals, you had Draisaitl most goals, Corey Perry most goals in that series, which was
shout out to Nux once again.
Nux just hitting these 100-1
125-1, yeah,
crazy. So there's the Perry goals. There's some more Vegas losses piling up for us. Got some Dallas, got Dallas in 6, got Dallas game 1 round 2. I updated these. I didn't realize I bet those. The Florida game 2, and the over there, pretty much a wash for me, down 5. Another Vegas Cup for you to mark down as a loss. Missed that one there. Sorry. My Vegas +1.5 games. I couldn't even get that out. Got some Conn Smythe stuff here still alive. And my Washington game 5 at home. Solid bet, I feel like, but just Canes just absolutely suffocated them in the last few games there. So currently I'm 17-32, down 15 puck bucks. You are 10-22, down 75 puck bucks so far. But you know what? There's only one way to go here, and that's up. So hopefully we can get back on track here. I guess we only have game 7 to do puck bets. But yeah, let's get into tonight's Stars Jets game. You got the Jets +124, Stars -148. Total is at 5.5. Both the over and the under are at -110. You can get the draw at +310 here. Big tragic news this morning. Mark Scheifele's father passing away, so he did not join the team at morning skate. Now, did Scott Arneal at the hotel. So, I mean, huge game, but obviously a huge day for Scheifele. We'll see what ends up happening there. Obviously, a huge piece for the Jets. But how are you feeling about our Stars here going into Saturday night?
Well, yeah, condolences to the Scheifele family, of course, but from a betting application, it's definitely better for the Stars. There's the dead coach bounce. There's the dead coach bounce. The dead cat bounce. There's the baby legs. Those are boosts for a team. But dad dying.
Dead owner bounce as well.
Dead owner bounce. Sure. What was that about?
Wasn't it the Senators owner?
Okay, it could have been. I don't remember. But
I think it was the
did
Senators.
They win? Did they win the next game?
I think they won the next few games. Yeah. Eugene Melnick died. Yeah.
Okay. Right. But yeah, no, that's going to be thoroughly demoralizing, not just for Scheifele, but for the entire team. Knowing how close he is with the other guys, so that's highly disappointing for them, and that's going to make this highly emotional game, and it's full of distractions. So yeah, Stars here -148. It seems a little high, but considering how poorly the Jets have played on the road, what's that now, like 11 games in a row? They haven't won on the road. 8, 9, 10. I don't know how long it's been, but I know they lost all the road games last year against the Avs, and they haven't won a road game this playoffs. So that's what, 2, 4, 6. I don't know, 8, 9.
It's 5 this playoffs, and then what? 2 the past 2 years, so 9.
Oh, past 2 years. Okay,
is it? Or no, did they win one in Vegas? Did they win game 1 in Vegas and lost in 5? I don't know. It's a
That's
lot.
true.
They're bad.
Point is, they suck on the road. Yes,
Yeah.
especially their goaltender Connor Hellebuyck. Even in the regular season, of course, his stats were a lot worse than at home. So yeah, Stars here. They need all the help they can get because I don't think that they're playing too well. Miro Heiskanen he's been okay since coming in, but of course they're still getting it back into the lineup. I don't know if they've confirmed they're still going with the 11-7, 11-4, 7 defensemen. We'll see about that. But yeah, until this guy gets going, the Stars I think will be a fraction of the team at their best. So I'm not too excited to back the Stars, especially if this minus 148. But that's still the way I got to go because I can't trust the Jets on the road. And yeah, now that it's a game 6, we have seen a few more penalties in these later games in the series than usual. So you can't really count on there being a whistle tuck away, as it were. So, but I still think that this game goes under. I mean, if Hellebuyck plays as well as he did in game 4, I think that he was okay-ish. Maybe 1 or 2 soft goals, but pretty good by his standards on the road. And Ottinger keeps doing what he's doing. I think that this game will go under 5.5. Because yeah, I don't really like the Stars offense. The Jets offense will be dealt a huge blow, of course, without Scheifele in the lineup, most likely. But yeah, the under I think is the play. Maybe a little on the Stars, but I just hope the Stars win this series. Although, yeah, we'll talk about it later, I guess. But my allegiances are shifting. It might have been hinting over the past few shows.
I'm gonna have Maple Leafs Meyer showing up, depending how
No, I'm an Oilers guy now. Come on.
True. You're just patriotic now. You're all Canada. Oh, you're all Canada.
Don't get me started.
We'll
get into that.
Yeah. I still like the Stars here. I mean, both of these teams so much better at home. Dallas 33-11-3 on at home, 24-20-3 on the road. Similar splits for Winnipeg, 36-8-4 at home, 26-20 on the road. In the playoffs, Jets are being outscored 19-5 at 5-on-5 on the road. Overall, that goes up to 25-8 here. So I think Jets obviously, maybe Scheifele plays. I get some sort of emotional bounce there. But I think the Stars here at home, maybe on the puck line, plus 180. Like you see these elimination games, I think a lot of them have been at least 2 goals. I mean, that Carolina one looked like it was going to overtime again for us. But no, you had the Svechnikov and then the Jarvis empty netter there. So yeah, look at the games in the series at home. Dallas won 5-2 and 3-1. I'm seeing more of like the 3-1 game though. You said it, like Heiskanen is not looking like himself. We'll see what they do with the lineup, but they got 3 lines.
He hasn't been bad, just not.
His advanced numbers were awful in his first game back. It was really? Like shot attempts were like 20-5 or something with him on the ice.
Okay,
but I don't know like what they're cycling for like defensive pairs and whatnot with those 7 guys. So could just be getting back into it. He did hit the post or something, hit the crossbar, I think, on one of his shots last game.
I liked DeBoer's quote that playing 11-7 just allows him to play Rantanen more. Like he's already double shifting Rant anyway. Mm-hmm. So that makes sense tactically.
Yeah. I mean, they have 3 great lines. Might as well, just go 11-7. And, if a defenseman gets banged up, you're down to 6 instead of down to 5. Like if you're playing with 5 defensemen, I mean, the Jets did it in game 7 against the Blues there, but not optimal there. But yeah, I do like the under here. It is tough to take under with Hellebuyck in net on the road, as Hal says in the chat here, but we've seen these late series games being very low scoring, very tight checking. Like last night, the Panthers had 2 shots on goal in the first period. A lot of penalties. I'm happy I haven't been betting power play goals recently because I would have been pissed off last night with all the Panthers and Maple Leafs both doing nothing on the power play here. But Stars at home, minus 148, minus 145. I'd play it around minus 150. That's fine by me. I like the puck line too, as I said, plus 180. Jets, their road losses have all been by at least 2 goals, some of them by 3 or more. So maybe a sprinkle on the minus 2.5 as well. But I think the Stars get it done. I need the Stars to get it done for my series bets. Got some Stars in 6 as well. So go Dallas tonight, and hopefully the under as well. If you're betting this in a vacuum, that's what I would take. I would take Stars puck line, and I would take the under.
Something just occurred to me. The Stars got very fortunate last year in the round 2. You remember with Nichushkin being suspended for the coke thing, and remember how terribly the Avalanche performed when that news broke down?
Yeah,
I could see something similar here.
I feel like that's like the complete opposite of what happened. Like Nichushkin got banged again for cocaine use and whatever, like drug usage, and this is they're not a captain, but their top forward, top center, like having a tragedy. I feel like they could rally around that play for him.
That's possible.
And like the Avs were like, oh fuck this, we're missing one of our key players. Like why the fuck did he do that to us again?
Fair enough. That's the thing with narratives. Oftentimes it can go both ways, either way.
Yeah. We'll look at Conn Smythe overall at the end. So right now we are brought to you by Edge Boost. Edge Boost is the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. There's no usage fees and no minimums. You can earn cashback rewards. 100% approval for all betting deposits. So sign up today at edgeboost.bet. Promo code SGPN. Deposit $25, and Edge Boost will match the deposit. That's edgeboost.bet. Promo code SGPN. And of course, Underdog. Underdog just launched their new game, Ladders. Win up to 500 times watching your favorite players climb the ladder. Sign up with promo code HGP to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That's UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code HGP. All right, we got the big Game 7 here on Sunday night. They got the Florida Panthers minus 130 at the Toronto Maple Leafs plus 110. Over under is at 5.5. Under at minus 155. Over at plus 130. We do have overtime there at plus 290 here. Something we said, or I said last round, just as a general thing, is like you have to take these series game by game. You can't foresee there being momentum carrying over game by game, and we saw that in both of these series. We saw that with the Stars Jets. We saw that here with Toronto last night, getting a big 2-0 win there at home. But I don't know if Florida has like a bunch of beat up guys. Kachuk's definitely hurt. Barkov doesn't necessarily look like himself. Rodriguez is out, so they have Boquist here, but you got to go with the Panthers, right? I mean, Panthers minus 130. They already have won into Toronto there. Big game 5, 6-1 win. They're not going to panic, and the Leafs are all panic. That's what they do in Game 7 here when both teams are facing elimination. I think I saw they're 0-9 since the bubble there, since the lockout or whatever. So this is their longest playoff run with 7 wins since 2004, 2002. So, you know what? It's just Panthers here. It's Panthers for me, minus 130. I think they're the better team. I think Bob's a better goalie. Joseph Wall's not going to get that lucky 2 games in a row. And the Panthers aren't going to have a period with 2 shots on goal. They're just not going to do that going out in Toronto. So I like the Panthers at minus 130. Maybe that puck line at plus 200. Their last 2 wins were 6-1 and 2-0. And that total, like we saw a few 2-0 games now in this series, but minus 155 is a bit too much. I got a live under in one of these games recently. Maybe look for that, but I can't take a minus 155 under right now.
Well, speaking of narratives, this is the biggest narrative-y game of them all. After the Game 3 debacle with the not Game 3, Game 4 and 5 debacles, but with the Leafs just not showing up at all, and Panthers was running them over. Everyone was preparing the funeral. Well, they're already writing and speaking eulogies for the Leafs. Everyone thought they were dead, especially in Toronto, because they've seen this shit before. But that's exactly when the Leafs show up. When everyone doubts them, when everyone's writing them off, then they'll give you some hope again. Just to it's like fucking Charlie Brown and the football, right? Like Lucy's just gonna keep pulling it out from under you. So that's the narrative. If this team are the same team, I guess you would be encouraged that Matthews finally got a goal against the Panthers for the first time in 11 games or something in the playoffs. Something ridiculous like that. Yeah. And I guess it wouldn't be 11 games.
I think it was 9 or 10. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's had a ton of shot attempts, a lot of unlucky bounces, I guess. But even the goal that he scored was kind of lucky. Like that was a bad goal let in by Bob because he was kind of screened, whatever. But yeah, he hasn't had a ton of. He's had a lot of opportunities, no doubt. But he's fluffed on almost all of them. And now Mitch Marner there with that hell of an assist. I think that he made the best play on that play. So yeah, it's the it's like with the Leafs, you can't help but factor that kind of narrative bullshit into it. Do you expect them to play like they do in the regular season? If so, plus 110 here would be a great line. But the fact that this is the playoffs, it is baked in. Of course, you have to factor in the injury to Matthew Nyes. He was a shell of himself for the rest of the game. Looked like a back injury, and they're questioning whether he's going to play in this one at all. So that's a huge deal for this because he's been one of their better players in the playoffs. Big, strong lad, likes to play in front of the nets. Kind of unique in the Maple Leafs top six. So yeah, I'm not betting the side here. I'm kind of interested in the over if it's like if you get a flat 5 minus 110. That'd be enticing to me just because it's such a low number in today's NHL. I know you expect this to be all conservative, game 7, all that. Traditionally, you want to back the under, but when it's such a low number and goals are flying in these days, and with all the power plays, even on the even in the like game 6s, we could see a few more power play opportunities here. So definitely not interested at minus 155 for the under 5.5. This is something I'm not too keen on betting right now. As Rombo makes his putt to go 6 under through 15. Okay. I got nothing for this game. I'm sorry. Like that, it's just we got emotional investments, I guess you could say, because I do not want to cheer for the Maple Leafs against the Hurricanes. I'm not going to watch the fucking games, man. I can't cheer for the Leafs, but that's what I would have to do if it's the Leafs versus the Hurricanes. So pray to God the Panthers win. And this sucks though, because going to game 7, the Panthers already beat the shit. Hurricanes cruise through the first 2 rounds. They're not going to be as tired as they were in previous playoffs. So they got the easiest path ever. So we might have to wait till the final to knock them out finally. But yeah, it's not ideal. This is not ideal because, we figured the Capitals, Devils would put a little bit more damage on the Hurricanes, and one of these teams would not have to play a game 7 to face them. So not ideal. So yeah, we're in tough shape here in the East.
Yeah, we got Leaf Smitty going at it with Hal in the chat there. Leaf Smitty was waiting for something for you to say, some incriminating Leafs rooting interest there. A few more things here. Big potential loss for the Leafs with Matthew Nyes missing practice, missing most of the game last night. He was spotted on the bench saying, like, it's not moving. I don't know if it's like a knee injury or what it is, but he's a big playoff performer there on that top line with Matthews and Marner. Not sure how they would plug that hole. They're already kind of weak on the left side with Nyes, Holmberg, Lorentz, and McMahon. Maybe they move up McMahon or Pacioretty or something like that, but that's something to watch. Nyes, I feel like, is an underrated, undervalued part of that playoff performance. And one other thing, the over 5 is at I had it here, minus 135, under 5 at plus 115. So just wait to see where this line moves for the total. Got Hal in the chat, like an Ekblad, Eklab, Ecklab, shots on goal and a point. Yeah, Ekblad's been good for the Panthers since coming back. Missing those 20 games and then the 2 more with the PEDs and then the forearm shiver to Brandon Hagel's face. Definitely helped him rest up a bit. So he's been looking good. Shots on goal and assists for him. Right, let's want to keep talking about those Canes. You want to look at some Conn Smythe stuff? Where you want to go here?
You got any props? Some time.
Ekblad's been good for Florida. Like I just said, Toronto, Matthew Nyes has been pretty good for shots on goal, but he's been hurt. For tonight's game, Nikolai Ehlers.
You got another week.
No, I got something for tonight's game. Nikolai Ehlers has been great. Maybe look at a shots on goal ladder for him. He's had 5-7 shots in the past few games. I think he's at 2.5. Same thing, Kyle Connor, especially if Scheifele is out. Look for Connor and Gabe Vilardi to shoot more. Kyle Connor is at 2.5. Velarde is at 1.5. Those are for tonight. But yeah, it's tough taking props in these late series games where it might be a 2-1 game and like you're trying to bet on points or something. So yeah, not going to bother with.
You can always bet unders. You can always bet unders.
That's not fun, but it usually is the sharp play. Maybe bet a Mitch Marner under shots on goal. I think he has 2 shots total in the past like 4 games or something. He's not showing up. Where do you think he's going this summer? I think he's going to Vegas.
Wait, who's this?
Mitch Marner.
Oh, Vegas. Ooh,
I could see that.
That's spicy. I haven't heard that one. No, I think he's going to go someplace where he's not going to be. Well, I guess that would be a place where he's not going to be too noticeable. But now I was thinking like just some dumb team like the Ducks or the Blackhawks.
You know where he could go and just fit right in as a pasty white guy? Utah.
Yeah, Utah is. Yeah, they're definitely going to be more active, I think, in this free agency period. Look out for some Jack Adams stuff. Utah, I think, will have a good season next year. Yeah, Mitch Marner. I don't know about Vegas though. They got to get younger. The cap space will be an issue. They still have a bunch of guys under contract, so it's not like they can alleviate too much without making some major moves. But it's possible, I guess. But I don't see Vegas. He's not the kind of player either. Like I do not see Mitch Marner fitting in with the Vegas culture.
Vegas has to make some changes, though. I mean, they always do. Every offseason, we're like, oh, Vegas has to make some moves to get back again next year, and they always steal somebody.
They looked slow and old as hell this playoffs. I had my concerns, in the Wild Series already with how they played, and then against Edmonton, they were totally lifeless, and slow. Just got totally outplayed by Edmonton.
Yeah, Edmonton's looking good. All right, let's shout out here Rhythm. Rhythm is your home for AI-backed picks and props. You can dominate the NBA playoffs and MLB prop market with Rhythm. Building your own model is simple and easy, and Rhythm knows you'll love it. That's why they include a 7-day free trial. Rhythm has some amazing deals going on now. 25% off monthly subscription with promo code SGPN25 and 50% off annual subscription with promo code SGPN50. That's RITHMM. Promo code SGPN50 or SGPN25. Get your 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And of course, mybookie.ag is your place to bet on every sport, including the playoffs, with props for every game. And for the true DGens, you got the MyBookie money bag. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And finally, Circa Ultimate Fantasy Football Giveaway. The Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas is giving away the ultimate fantasy football experience for a 12-person league to draft in Vegas and be treated like VIPs for their stay. You get a 2-night stay at the Circa Resort and Casino for their entire 12-person league. Hold the draft at a cabana at Stadium Swim with $5,000 in food and beverage credit, limo transportation to and from the airport, a welcome party at Legacy Club for the league, a reservation at the world's largest sports book with $500 beverage credit, and a 2-hour open bar package for the league at Overhang Bar. You can enter now until June 30th. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circa for details. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. All right. So since we last recorded, we've seen the Canes advance. We've seen the Oilers advance. How are you feeling about the Canes this year? Do you feel like they can finally get over the Eastern Conference hump?
Yeah, because they had the easiest path. I mean, they had to play the Devils without the best player and multiple other key players, especially on the blue line. Dougie Hamilton was clearly not 100% in that series, and Siegenthaler neither. Yeah, so they had an easy bye week, more or less, in the first round, and then they had to play the Capitals, who had nothing going offensively. Ovechkin looked like he was 40 years old. Finally, they had finally slowed down. He's like, I'm done now. Yeah, it was like Tom Wilson was carrying them. Connor McMichael I thought was really good, but other than that, they had nothing offensively. Oh, Jacob Chikrin actually was really good in that series, but no, they were overmatched by the Hurricanes. There was no real adjustments to beat down what they were doing defensively. So yeah, now they have to play a just two beaten up teams. Either especially the Panthers, of course, with their history for the past couple of years of playing these games. Now the emotional highs of beating the Lightning and then potentially beating the Leafs in Game 7, and then the Leafs the same thing, finally winning a Game 7. Then they have to play Carolina. It's just the Hurricanes just have this crazy easy path. I don't credit them as being this overcoming their past issues. It's just that they don't have to be elite to make it to the finals this year. But I do think that they fall short of the cup because the Western teams I definitely favor over them, especially if it's the Oilers or the Stars. I don't really credit the Hurricanes so far. Freddie Anderson, of course, who knows if he's going to stay healthy the rest of the way, but he's been very good when he has been in net. But of course, if it is the Panthers, you know that they knocked out Stolarz pretty easily. I'm sure it'll be the same kind of story with Frederik Andersen. I'm not too impressed by the Hurricanes. Yeah, they have a good system, but they don't have the elite talent of the other teams. And at the end of the day, you need that elite talent to win a Game 6 or Game 7. But if you're only playing Game 5s, then you can get away with just winning it with just an elite system, elite coaching kind of thing. So not buying into the Hurricanes, but they can certainly make it to the final. But I'm going to bet against them to the end, the bitter end, that they don't win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, got the Stanley Cup odds up here on the screen, but the Eastern Conference odds right now, you got the Canes at even money best, and then Panthers plus 220, Leafs plus 390 there. So, I mean, if you have a strong feeling about Game 7, I mean, take advantage of that plus 220 for the Panthers because they're gonna. I imagine. No, I guess the Hurricanes might be favored just due to that rest issue, due to that health issue. Like,
yep.
But yeah, if it's the Panthers, they're knocking out Freddie in Game 2, if not Game 1, and getting Kochetkov in there and scoring on him nonstop there. But yeah, Stanley Cup odds: Oilers 3-1, or Oilers plus 225, Canes 3-1, Stars plus 370, Panthers 5-1, Leafs plus 950, and Jets 27-1. Oilers are really looking like the real deal. Like McDavid and Draisaitl didn't really do too much there in the series against the Golden Knights. Of course, they had the overtime winner with McDavid walking Eichel there, but it's been Hyman, it's been Nugent Hopkins, it's been Corey Perry, it's been Connor Brown, it's been all their depth scoring. That's been their key thing. We're like, oh, Draisaitl, McDavid, if they don't show up, they're not going to win. But they didn't show up, and they still won. Like I see comparisons to Marner and Matthews, how like they're not showing up, but the Leafs have no depth to help that. And McDavid and Draisaitl are still scoring a little bit here.
Did you just compare McDavid and Draisaitl to Marner and Matthews?
People have been doing that. I've heard that multiple times about how it's like they're the 2-star players, and like the depth on the teams has been kind of the crux of the issue. This has been a talking point.
We've had a lot of dumb fucking takes in this show. Nothing has been so dumb as that.
That is not an original take. I'm just saying what I've heard and read is people are comparing that and looking at that point, it's like, yeah, the Oilers have had some scoring depth, and the Leafs, I mean, they don't really have anyone else. They have no one showing up. No, I mean, Max Domi had a goal, but yeah, so I think the Oilers here might finally have what it takes as long as they can stay healthy. They're looking good with their depth there. The Canes have solved their scoring issues a bit. Svechnikov is scoring quite a bit. Seth Jarvis, but I am still worried about them, like you said, in a long series. Not sure how that's going to fit there in elimination games, especially if they go down. They would have home ice over Florida, would not have it over Toronto there, and we know they've been awful on the road. But I still think the Stars are my favorite team for the Stanley Cup, especially here, plus 370. I don't think they're losing to the Jets, even if it does go 7 games. Mikko Rantanen can turn it on at any time, take over the game. Jake Ottinger's been good. Miro Heiskanen is going to get better. Thomas Harley's been great. Like, they have 3 lines that can attack, and then a 4th one that can defend if they have to go out there. So I think the Stars are would be my favorite bet if you're coming in right now at plus 370. But I do see why the Oilers and Canes are the favorites. I mean, they've the 2 teams that have advanced so far.
I got 2 words for anyone who says that McDavid and Draisaitl are the equivalent of Marner's and Matthew. Conn Smythe. McDavid won the fucking Conn Smythe. His team even won the fucking Stanley Cup. That's how stupid that take is. Oh my word. That's what you got going on in American hockey content, huh?
That was an Elliot Friedman take. That was a Canadian hockey. That's where I heard it.
Even if it's just this playoffs, it makes no sense.
I think it was more that they're like, okay, this team has, well, they have the core four, but they have the 2-star players. What else is happening around them? Obviously, Matthews and Marner are nowhere near McDavid and Draisaitl, but like, I don't know. They're not comparable players, but I guess it's a comparable situation. Maybe is what he was going for.
I am absolutely bewildered by that. I've not heard that, so forgive me if I take a moment to recollect myself.
No problem at all there. No problem. Yes, Conn Smythe odds up here.
I didn't give him a chance to the cup bets.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Give me the fucking Oilers. Give me the chokers, McDavid and Draisaitl. No, like Draisaitl is actually healthy this year. He was unhealthy last year, and he still did what he did. And yeah, Draisaitl's blowing people away. Yeah, sure, he had a bad game when he had that own goal to let the Knights finally win a game with Carlson's great play at the end of game 3. Yeah, I think that was game 3. But no, otherwise, Draisaitl's been absolutely elite. McDavid's been just as good. Sure, they haven't been like putting all the numbers up, but if you watch these guys play, and a lot of that, again, here it is. Jack Eichel. Once again, they're underrating the guy, what this guy does. Like he was phenomenal. He was like the best Knights player by a mile. He was the one who was responsible for shutting down McDavid and Draisaitl all the time. It's like they put him on the ice and he just canceled them out. Like other than that, the one breakdown at the end of game 2 in the overtime period, like they did nothing, no points in regulation. The lack of respect that Eichel gets is another bewildering take, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm all over the Oilers. I think they have the highest upside. I've not been impressed by the Stars most of the time. Like they rely on like Rantanen going off. Like the Stars were outplayed Game 7 against the Avalanche. Rantanen just went mutant mode and took over that game. Same thing in Game 1 against the Jets. And yeah, sure, if Hastings gets 100% healthy and he plays like he did the first half of the season, then we could see a better Stars team, but no, I've been that impressed by them, to be honest. Sure, they've got some good performances from Ottinger, but as a whole, I've never really seen them dominate a game the way that the Oilers have repeatedly since the first 2 games in LA. So yeah, I think the Oilers are the best team by far, and they're going to be playing a battled Stars or Jets team, especially if the series goes 7. So they'll have plenty of rest, more rest than they had last year. Yeah, I don't see the Oilers losing to either of them. So yeah, give me the Oilers plus 255. Going to keep betting them, and yeah, because if it's Oilers Hurricanes, I mean, who's got the better players? Like the NHL is almost like the NBA in a sense that the elite talent have been taking over games. It's not the 2005s anymore, 2000s, the 1990s where you just play this super defensive hockey. No, it's the Stars taking over games. Yeah, so Oilers have the best Stars. They have the best top-end talent, and the depth has been carrying them. Plus, they're a lot more physical now. We got Frederick and Colson in there, big bodies, and they've been doing this all without Matthias Ekholm. They're their best defensive defenseman. Evan Bouchard has taken another step forward this year. He's not making as many mistakes. So, yeah, I really think that the Oilers, as long as they got the goaltending and the past few games, like even with Pickard and Skinner, they've been playing a lot better than they did against the Kings. So, yeah, I'm all over the Oilers the rest of the way. Well, dependent on this Game 7, but I'm just dreading the worst, and it's the Leafs Hurricanes, and I have to watch Oilers play the Leafs in the final. My word, that'll suck.
Yeah, and yeah, it's going to be even more of an advantage, I feel like, for the Oilers and Canes because these other series are going long, obviously, and I don't think there's going to be more than 2 days off between Game 6 or 7 and then Game 1 of the next series. So quick turnarounds for Leafs, Panthers, Jets, Stars, whoever wins those series, while the Canes and Oilers have just been waiting there. So even more reason there. And I have to imagine if you like the Oilers at plus 255, you get McDavid at $1 better, plus 360. Like, and we've seen, like, if it's Oilers Canes and the Canes win it all, McDavid might just get it again.
Yeah, like I said, he won it last year without even winning the cup. Sure, Draisaitl could go off. Like a couple of years ago, he was just firing the pucks in the net, and he would have won the Conn Smythe if the Oilers managed to win the cup. But this year hasn't been quite as he doesn't have quite as many goals, not nearly as many goals, but he always has that potential in him. And of course, you do wait the latter 2 rounds more than the first 2. So that is the danger there. But yeah, I still would back McDavid to get it, because knowing him, he'll make his presence known, no doubt, in the biggest moments. Yeah, like you look back to the Four Nations, he was quiet all game long. When did it matter? In the overtime, when he just fired that roof of the net over Hellebuck, fuck him, and won the Four Nations for the Canadians. So yeah, these guys just show up in the biggest moments. So fuck Friedman and his stupid ass take. They're nothing like Marner and Matthews. I feel like I did a ton of mushrooms or something.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that to make sure I got it right, and I'll clip it for you guys to post it somewhere there.
Okay.
But yeah, looking at the numbers so far, like McDavid has 3 goals, 17 points. Draisaitl has 5 goals, 16 points. But Draisaitl's shooting 15%. McDavid's shooting 7%. Like once you get some of those goals to go, once like he passes enough where the goalies aren't expecting him to shoot, like he'll definitely step up there. So, and I do kind of wonder if the voters would maybe be split between those two and someone else could sneak in, but I imagine the voters will collude enough to the point where Draisaitl would have to go completely off to
Oh, you think another loser is going to win the Conn Smythe?
I mean, if the Canes beat the
Freddie Anderson, if he stops 40 shots a game?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if it's I don't even know the scenario, but if it's
there's no scenario.
There's no scenario. It's
McDavid. Bouchard?
Bouchard, my boy, with the Bouch bomb coming.
No, it's McDavid or Draisaitl, nothing else.
It's McDavid plus 360. If you like the Stars, take Rantanen in plus 565. The Canes, I mean, you're getting double the price to get Anderson at 6-1. Where's Svechnikov at? 30-1. Aho 30-1 if Anderson goes down and they can still win it. Panthers here, you got Bob at 16-1. Barkov 24-1. Where you got the Sams at? Where's Sam Reinhart? 31-1. Sam Bennett probably way down there. He doesn't really have a chance. 100-1 for Hagee. 110. You know, we've seen him step up, but yeah, I feel like the favorites here are the favorites for a reason.
Yeah, when you get into the later stages, it's harder to find these long shots. I thought that Sam Bennett was actually excellent in Game 6, but no, he doesn't have a chance to win the Conn Smythe. He does have quite a few goals though so far this playoffs. So maybe not a chance is a bit much, but not something I'm going to be betting. Yeah, I think it's just Barkov or Reinhardt once again, just fading Bob. I don't think that he'll have the numbers to win at the end of the day. So yeah, if you feel like the Panthers, still Barkov, Reinhardt, that's all that I bet so far for them. And for the Leafs, Smitty asks, finally I'll acknowledge the fuck. He asked if he wanted to buy a Leafs Conn Smythe guy, who would he back? It would be Nylander has the points, but he's been very quiet lately. Other guys are catching up. I think it's still, I don't know, Matthews is where's Marner at? Marner's down to 85?
85-1.
Okay,
Is that
bet, yeah.
Okay? Well, he's 45-1 at some shops, then he's 85-1 at Caesars, which might not be updated there. Yeah.
No, yeah, he's been quiet in the last couple of games. I know he made that awesome play for the Matthews goal in Game 6, but yeah, I don't know. There's too many guys there to make a decisive bet. Nylander, he's got the points, he's got the advantage, but you got to pay a bigger price. I don't know. It's like, who's the least of the jokers?
Well, it also depends who shows up in Game 7. Like if Austin Matthews has the monkey off his back now, big goal Game 6. If he shows up Game 7, we're going to see his odds.
Yeah, but that's part of the handicap, Ryan. That's part of the handicap. That's what we're trying to figure out here. I don't know. Tavares.
So Matthews is at 45-1. That's I'd throw maybe a little bit on that. You think Tavares really has a chance?
I mean, he's been slowing down lately. Oh, he's what?
300-1 for John. That's the ticket, Leafs, Smitty.
Yeah, he's the captain. Like he had an awesome first series.
He's not the captain.
Oh fuck! I keep forgetting. He should be the captain, but anyway,
he got cucked out of the captain.
Exactly, he's a beta. And he's going to accept some cheap ass.
Yeah, he has 7 points. Max Pacioretty has 8 points. I mean, the two later series are weighted more, but 300-1. I can't say it's a bad bet.
Yeah, whatever. When you have just a few games left in the playoffs, Yeah, I'd rather take that long shot and
Joseph
some
Wall,
sentimentality.
75-1.
No, because Stolarz could come back. Like,
Yeah, he could.
Wall has one bad game, and all of a sudden Stolarz is back as the starter. The
Yeah.
goalie's not for me for the Leafs. It's just pick your poison. Nylander,
Yeah.
Marner, Matthews, Tavares.
Pick one of the.
I would just go with the longest odds and Tavares at this point. I have some Marner, but I'm not too confident in that.
No, I mean it would be Matthews. I think Matthews for me at 45-1 because you got to ride that narrative of if they win it, he's going to have a few more goals. He's only shooting 6.7% with 45 shots in 12 games. He's been shooting the puck quite a bit. Finally got a lucky
It's
one.
been like that all season. That's just who he is now. Like whether it's the wrist injury or some other bullshit, but that's how he's been all season. So I'm not expecting things to suddenly change in the last two series. So
yeah, maybe it's the wrist, it's the C on his jersey wearing him down. It's the hair transplants he's not used to skating with. Who knows? Who knows what the situation is there for Austin Matthews? All right, I didn't think we'd get this long. We have 46 minutes in here. We are going to go with some puck buck bets here to close it out for Joel with anything else. Joel, you have anything here for Sunday? Any cup bets? Any Conn Smythe? Looking back, you did take some McDavid plus 450 Conn Smythe last show.
Yeah, give me my Oilers. What was the odds on our site?
Plus 255. They're the best ones out there. Cup.
All right. Yep. 30 puck bucks.
30 puck bucks on that.
What are they for the conference? Minus 110, minus 115.
I'm pulling that up right now. Minus 115 on our site, yeah, on DraftKings.
25 puck bucks.
All right.
And McDavid, Conn Smythe.
Well, I was going to take that as well.
I'm adding more.
Smythe. What's he at? 360? Yeah, 350. 350 on our side. Up 350 there.
15 puck bucks.
All right.
And give me just to fucking give me 10 puck bucks on the Leafs to win Game 7.
10 you said or 15?
10. I'm not spending more than that.
What are their odds? Plus 110, right?
This is a Smitty special.
Plus 110.
The happiness edge.
Yeah, I'm adding some McDavid Conn Smythe plus 350 for 25 puck bucks.
I thought you were a Stars guy.
I was about to say, can I take Stars or not? Because their game's in 3 hours here. Is that kosher? Is that okay?
Well, I guess long-term stuff, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Stars Cup
because they still have another game even if they lose today.
Yeah, I'll take Rantanen and Conn Smythe. That's my bet. Rantanen and Conn Smythe. What are his odds at? Plus 500. I'll put up 20 puck bucks on that. Give me some Canes for the East. Is that even money here or so? I'm gonna find that. Or I have that up here. Minus one. I don't like minus 110. Give me just give me Canes Cup 3-1.
Your loss.
I'll put 25 bucks on that. Gotta get some futures in there that can hopefully cash in for me. All right, there's puck buck bets. 49-minute mark of the YouTube video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
And they're all mutually
there. Yeah,
well, I guess McDavid could win the Conn Smythe again, and the Canes win.
McDavid, yeah, exactly. Or Rantanen too. I could see Rantanen doing it too.
I guess that's true.
So yeah, make sure you subscribe, rate, review everywhere. Joel, anything else here for the weekend before we close it out?
No.
Okay.
Let's close this weekend out, please.
All right. We'll be back sometime early next week. Monday, Tuesday, definitely Wednesday, but hopefully sometime before that. Make sure you follow us on socials and everything. I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Martin. You'll find me listening to Elliot Friedman for that or taking some actual shrooms before the Oklahoma City Thunder game because I will need to be out of my mind in Game 7 in Denver. Or no, in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. See ya.